Hi everybody, this is plans on how to make your Wing Chun dummy. It's going to be a lamination process. Dummy is 9 inches in diameter. Here's the front view. Here I'll go through the measurements on these plans. Come down 14 inches from the center. Make 2 holes, 2 square holes at 2 inch by 2 inch. We're not going to be using a drill this time. You'll see why later on. The second hole, you come down from the top 26.5 inch. And this hole is going to be 2 inches by 2 1/4. And then you come down 42 inches from the top to make the hole for the leg, and that hole is going to be 3 inch by 4 inch. The whole thing is 60 inches long. We're going to move now to the back of the dummy. The back of the dummy, surprisingly, the holes look exactly the same as the front because the top 2 holes crisscrosses. The top 2 holes are going to be a little bit wider at 2 3/8 by 2 because you want the back hole to be a little bit wider so that when you hit the arm there's a little bit more play. And the 2 arms on the top crisscrosses, makes an X. Here are the plans once again, and that's what it looks like. Now going to the side view and the top view, just to let you know the top view that the 2 arms crisscrosses. The leg, most dummies are like the one on the right, the leg are cut slanted. But we're going to make it easier. We're going to cut the leg hole straight through. It's an easier process like that. So now we're going to move on to the lamination. Buy wood at your local hardware store, I guess. Hardwood would be the best, although it's very expensive and hard to find. The lamination process is a 3-day schooling. 2 halves of the wood here, they're stacked together, which should make a 4.5 inch by 9. So that when you slap them together, it's going to make a 9 by 9. If you don't have enough clamps, put heavy objects on top. You can even put screws down to hold it down. If you're really on a budget, you can even use laminated MDF wood because they're very cheap. Not the best wood, but the cheapest wood. Here goes. We're going to start with this hole first. And the top hole here, 2 by 2. You start with 1/2 of the dummy. Come down 14 inches, make a square hole here at 2 by 2 inch. Use a handsaw because you're going to be cutting this at an angle. You don't cut straight through it. Cut score as many times as you can. Here's the back view, and you don't cut through it because the arm hole goes in from the front and comes out on the other half. That's why they're cut at an angle, and you don't cut through it. And then you chisel out the excess, and when you're done, this is what it's going to look like. Now you do the other one. You go to the back of the dummy. You measure out the square hole. This one is a little bit bigger once again. It's 2 by 3/8 by 2. It's a little bit bigger so that when you hit it from the front, it pivots left and right a little bit more in the back. And this is what it should look like when you're done after chiseling. And then you go on to make the middle armhole and the leg hole. Those 2 are really easy to do. Come down 26.5 inch, make a square at 2 1/8, 42 inches down for the leg hole at 4 by 1.5. Then you just use the circular saw, cut as many scores as you can, chisel it out, and you're halfway there. The second piece you do exactly the same as the first one, practically identical. Same cuts, same angles, same everything. The small difference is what's considered to be the back of the dummy for the hole, for the top 2 holes. The exiting holes are once again 2 by 3/8 by 2. 2 3/8 by 2 because you want the top 2 arms to have a little bit more play. So the back of the hole is a little bit bigger than the front. The front is 2 by 2. The front of the hole is 2 by 2. So this gets flipped over, and now it's going to look like a trunk of the dummy. Before you glue it, just check the measurements. Check the top view here, the 2 arms. Stick a piece of wood in there, and stick a piece of wood, and the arm is 12 inches long. It should not be wider than the width of the dummy, as you can see here in this diagram. The 2 arms should be exactly the same width as the dummy. And if that's the case, then the angle of the 2 arms are perfect. If you look through the holes, it looks kind of strange, but this is what it looks like. The 2 holes crisscrosses, and you can see the bottom hole from the top hole, and the bottom from the top is actually kind of connected, and that's what it looks like. It crisscrosses, and if the measurements and the angle is right, then you can flip it over and then clasp it, wait for 3 days, and you're pretty much done. The rest is pretty simple. Top 3 arms, you can actually maybe buy table legs that are pre-cut table legs, roughed in pre-cut table legs, and just shape them down into arms. The leg you would have to laminate again, laminate the shape of the leg that you want, and you're pretty much done. And have a good time and good luck to this project. Bye for now.